Hello, good afternoon, good morning, everyone. My hair is a little messed up today, but we are doing a video game market report for the week of July 18th, 2024. This is very heavy in Nintendo DS video games. I apologize if you are not a Nintendo DS fan or care of collecting these or flipping them or what have you. But the reason I chose Nintendo DS was because a community member by the name of Matty K, shout out to you. He did not want me to do these reports on Nintendo DSs. I think it was kind of a joke, but it told me that I was kind of onto something or didn't have enough knowledge about perhaps a growing market. And the prices for DS games, CIB or sealed, are pretty high. I was very surprised, pleasantly surprised. So if you're out at a garage sale or at an estate sale, pawn shop, secondhand store, whatever, be on the lookout for some of these CIB DS games. I know that they're pretty easy to keep in nice condition. I don't know if they're gradable yet, but even if you find them for like 400 or sorry, like $100, some of these games go for upwards of $400 to $500 in CIB. I don't know if it's because they don't want to be played, but I just have to think that if the nostalgia hits a few years down the road, these could really just skyrocket in value, especially since the physical media of video games is almost over. I mean, I literally downloaded a game yesterday or the other day. NCAA football. If you guys want to play, hit me up. And yeah, I think that's just the future or the present time of video games as we know it. But without further ado, I'll get into our slides. Let's see here. All right, here. Let's see. So again, I just want to thank everyone for your support. We gained a subscriber yesterday, so that's pretty exciting for me. And we'll definitely do another One Piece show. I'm going to try and do those. I got a lot of good feedback about the One Piece list I did the other day. And I'm going to do another top 10 list, but I don't know if I'm going to do a set. But you aren't here to talk about One Piece. We're here to talk about video games here. So without further ado, let's get into it. So first off, Pokemon Dash for the DS game. Now, this is a short print game. It's essentially like, from what I read, it's a racing game of some sort. So not really your first world RPG style Pokemon game like Red, Blue, Ruby, Green, XYZ, Emerald, whatever you want to call it. There's so many of them, I can't even keep up. But it didn't get very good reviews. Now, based off that, I don't know how it works with like video game retailers. Like if a game gets bad reviews, then do they not order as many? I guess that was the case here because this is really tough to find. I saw listings for a CIB for $430, and that's about where the market is for this particular game for DS. This is going to be very heavy in Pokemon, so just a heads up. But yeah, Pokemon Dash, the racing game, pretty fun. Yeah, get into it. Go find it. Next up, we have Shepherd's Crossing 2. This is the sequel to the PS2 game. Incredibly engaging type of game. From the description of it, it sounded very fun. I think when I think of the DS game, I think what made it so popular was that it was portable for one, and it was very well functioning. The picture was great. The graphics were good enough, and the screen was fairly big. So I remember seeing kids just walking around with like their DS in hand, and I feel like this is a game for like road trips, for bus rides, just being like kind of that culture of being on the go type thing. You didn't really have to like really think about this game too much. It was very fun and playable, as a handheld game, but it's very hard to find. I know I was looking up the PS2 sealed game, and that's really easy to find. You could get a sealed game of that for like $30 or so, but $450 to $495 for a CIB and $1K in a sealed version I saw. Always be wary of those sealed versions when people say it's a factory sealed video game. It may not be. You just have to look at the Y folds and just kind of base off the best of your eye there and just assume that, or just use, look at some past YouTube videos to tell the difference between a Y fold and reseal type game. It's pretty easy to look, but nonetheless, $450 and $495 for this Shepherd's Crossing, the sequel, 1000 in sealed. So next up, we got Mega Man Star Force. Now, this was kind of cool as far as the introduction of this series of Mega Man. I wasn't a huge Mega Man fan back in the day, but I could tell you who all the bosses were. And what I mean by this is a kind of a cool type of like iteration of Mega Man is this was launched in 3 different versions at 3 separate times, kind of like how Pokemon launched, Ruby, Blue, or sorry, was it Blue, Red, and Green, or Emerald, whatever you want to call it. And this is the third of the 3 releases. Now, this and goes from anywhere from 560 to 1,000 sealed. So again, these rare Nintendo DS games, I mean, they go for a lot of dough. And it seems like those are getting like the most, like when we go from I can't find any PS1 games sealed, I can't find any PS2 games sealed, I can't find any Switch, or it's not Switch, 64, perhaps GameCube sealed. This seems like this is the one that's garnering a lot of interest, but the market's already hitting it. I mean, I wish I would have found these like a year ago. Be cool to see the year ago prices, but it's great for Capcom fans and Mega Mans alike. And yeah, I just thought this was a cool game to put on the report here. Mega Man, Capcom, you got to get your guys' act together. Get some of those properties of the big screen. We need them. This is my flip of the week, Castlevania Lament on the PS2. 228 for a graded VGA 85 grade, which is basically like an 8.5 essentially. I see these go for $30 sealed. So if you get a 9.4 in a CGC, that might be a good flip. I'm not mad at that. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. If you, again, get this for like 20 to $30, send a CGC, it costs you like what, $32 to get one sealed or to get one graded. Sell for, twice as much. That might be great, man. That's a great flip, but I think this cover is just beautiful. I want to get signed. I wouldn't know who to sign it for, but or whose signature you'd be going after, but I just thought this was a really cool game to like get into. So anyway, $30 for sealed, flip a 9.4 for 228. Add to that collection. Money. Another DS game. This is my last one of the night or the day. Pokemon Platinum DS. Yes, there's a lot of Nintendo DS games here. Sorry, Matty K, I didn't mean to mess up your jive. But this is the Generation 4 classic of this Platinum game. Cover's pretty weird looking. It kind of throws me off a little bit. So I wonder if that's maybe what threw people off buying this. I doubt it. But I don't know why it says the Pokemon Platinum edition, but I read it as Pokemon Platinum, but whatever. Okay, sorry about that. I had some connection problems there. But yeah, Pokemon Platinum, the DS version, 450 in a CIB. Holy cow. So all these Nintendo DS games that I put out, they're pretty out of reach if you're trying to find them on eBay. But again, just be on the lookout for stuff, man. Sometimes mom and dad are cleaning out kids' closet that's moved out and they go to, secondhand store or Goodwill, and there you go. Boom, Nintendo DS. I don't, the tough thing is to go to like a half price books and try and find a Pokemon game or a strategy guide or whatever. They've been pretty much scoured through and they know the prices of the value of these properties. So that's a little tougher, but that might be also worth a shot too. Who knows? Stop in. This is a newer game that came out, I think, this past year, but I wanted to highlight an Xbox Series X game that you could possibly like collect or buy sealed. I think going forward, these type of like big production like video games on PC that either are online or not, I think they're a good flip to pre-order and then sell, once it comes out. I think, what was it? Not Elden Ring, but it was Baldur's Gate was a really nice flip from 400 to like upwards of 2K. That's your perfect kind of deal. I wouldn't do that like FLC style, like usually comic nerds would say, but this is going for 300 to 500 sealed. There's a lot of videos done on this video game, box openings and what have you. It's pretty cool, but for Xbox, I don't think that's bad. I don't really dive into Xbox too much unless I have like a Fortnite or something like that. But yeah, I just thought that was just kind of a cool game to highlight. But nonetheless, if you're an Elden Ring fan, which is an incredibly hard game, I'm not even going to try and get into, there's the Xbox Series X Elden Collector's Edition. Next. Oh, and I guess that is all I have for this week. I do have one more thing I want to show here. Give me 1 second. I did receive 2 graded games back from CGC, and just want to show you guys this. So we have, I'm going to do this here. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. This is CIB 5.5 on this guy. Not bad. I was expecting like a 4.0 or better. The box just doesn't really hold up there, but I'll list this on eBay as soon as possible. And then, yes, Fortnite. PS4 8.0. The box didn't get a great grade, but the disc did pretty well. That unavailable on the manual. There's no manual on this, but it does have the deals inside. So, and I think this is what I got hit on the box there. But 6.0 on the box. I wasn't too disappointed with that, but that Fortnite is on eBay right now. So if you want to grab it, go for it. But I do appreciate everyone watching this short show. I didn't have a ton of video games to go over. I apologize. But if you do enjoy the show, click that like button, subscribe, tell all your friends about it. We'll see you next time. I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm going to do a One Piece show report or whatever. And yeah, hope you guys have a great day.